I have a proposition I'd like to discuss with you. I've chartered an airplane to fly us over Isla Sorna, and we'd like you to be our guide. We'd love to make a contribution to your research here.
It could almost be paradise.
My God, I'd forgotten.
We have a landing strip up ahead.
You cannot land on this island.
Oh my God! Let's all die!
But in this forbidden place, where man has tampered with nature,
This is how you make dinosaurs?
This is how you play God.
something unexpected has evolved.
They can talk to each other.
To a degree we never imagined.
On July 18th,
You probably won't get off this island alive.
it's not just a walk in the park.
They set a trap. They actually set a trap.
Ready, set. Here we go. Ready, and action!
When we got to the point of realizing that the first movie was such a success, Joe Johnston, who had worked with Steven Spielberg on a number of movies going back to Raiders of the Lost Ark up at ILM, came to Steven and said, if you ever consider doing a second Jurassic, could I do it? And Steven said, Joe, I think I'm going to do the second one, but if I do a third, you're my first choice. So when we decided to do the third movie, Steven immediately went to Joe.
This is one of the great franchises of all time, and I love the Jurassic Park movies. And I also was very flattered that Steven would ask me to do it. It's a lot of trust that he's placing in me. It's a huge responsibility.
I've chartered an airplane to fly us over Isla Sorna, and we'd like you to be our guide.
We spent a great deal of time trying to think, what story can we come up with that's going to take people back to a place that I think will allow them to have a good time, but at the same time it feels new and exciting and hopefully original.
We have a landing strip up ahead. You want me to put it down?
No. I told you, I want to circle first, see the whole island.
What do you mean set it down? You can't land here. What are you talking about?
Hold on, I can explain. If
You
listen,
cannot
if you-
land on this island.
It's a rescue mission, primarily. A divorced couple's child is lost on the island through a parasailing accident. This divorced couple has to reunite and pretend to be married so that they can lure Alan Grant into helping them find their son. They think he's been on this island before, he hasn't. They basically trick him, kidnap him, get him on the island, and then find out that he's never been there before.
My name's Jim Mitchell. I'm a visual effects supervisor on the new Jurassic Park 3 movie, and basically I've been working on it about a year. We started talking with Joe Johnston, the director, and meeting with Larry Franco, the producer, as to what this new dinosaur movie was going to be about. Started last, I think it was July, and went in from talking over the scripts and the storyboards to going on location to Hawaii and doing a lot of work on the Universal set down in LA, and came back here back in January and have been going nonstop and putting all the computer-generated effects into the movie. We've got a bunch of new creatures in the way of the pteranodons, the Spinosaurus, the Ankylosauruses. And what's really fun is the different locations he's taking you to on the island. It's not just the jungles and all that. We've got this huge sequence that takes place in what's known as the Aviary Canyon, where the pteranodons are supposed to be like they're a bird cage, but obviously the size of a canyon to hold these 30-foot wingspan pteranodons in. So that's going to be an exciting sequence. It's very important that we get involved from day one. We're talking 400 shots that have to go into this movie, and it's very critical how we integrate them into the story. So we get involved from day one with the director as to how we're going to shoot things, working with a director of photography. And even though there's the animatronic dinosaurs from Stan, a lot of what happens there is we still get involved with how we're going to either put additional dinosaurs into the shot, and since they do a lot of puppetry type of work, that we may have to remove the rods that they're using to manipulate the creatures, or Even some of the shots where we were using Stan Winston Spinosaurus foot, but then we were adding the rest of the body to the creatures, which is sort of a new thing for us, you know, really integrating pieces of Stan's dinosaurs with our dinosaurs, so that was quite interesting.